Hello, and welcome. Happy Wednesday. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, this has been a busy day for me. So happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday. Oh my goodness. So my daughter, she's trying to keep me quiet. I am just coming off of being sick, so I might have some of these while I'm on here. I still have a little bit of phlegm in my throat, but it's kind of going away. So it's just been a busy week, and the week has gone by so fast with President's Day. I love a good President's Day, right? If you didn't have to work Monday, shout out to you. So President's Day, I chilled, relaxed. I was sick, so I really couldn't do much of anything. I mean, if I had to go to work Monday, I couldn't have made it. But I was able to recoup on Monday, and I was ready for Tuesday. Today's Wednesday, I'm feeling good, and hopefully I'll be like 85% or 90 by tomorrow. So we shall see. So who is in the chat? And we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff because this title is something that I'm going through right now, being hungry versus craving. So we're going to talk about that. That is affecting my 100-pound weight loss goal. And I'm going to give you a little update about what's going on with that. And then, I'll just tell you like what's going on. This is my vision for the next rest of this week and into next week with what things I want to share. So I had a lot going on, but you know what? You just got to keep it moving. Okay, so who is in the chat? Mel to the B. How are you, Mel? She says, good evening, Dee Dee, divas, and gents. Happy Wednesday. It's hump day. It is hump day. How about that? And she's, of course, reminding us to please like and share the live stream as you enter the chat. Okay, thank you. Paula is so sweet. She emailed me and let me know that she's had some class going on Wednesdays and she's going to miss the Wednesdays live. So I thought that was so sweet, so thoughtful, and we will miss you, Paula. Now, it's a topic I really want to talk about, and Paula is actually going through this. So I might wait and put it off until she could come back. I think her classes are 8 weeks, unless I do a pop-up. I might do a pop-up and can talk about it. But Paula, I'm going to be thinking about you. We got Keisha. Wait a minute. Keisha with the spring color. Look at that. Is that purple? Are my eyes deceiving me? Now, these are my new Firmu glasses, so I hope I can see correctly. But that is a cute outfit. I love it. And here I'm bundled up, Keisha, because it was nice today. It was like 50, which feels like 80 because we were below zero for so long in Ohio here. But now it was in the 50s, today. And so, I wore this to work, my jacket. I got a little shirt on, a spring shirt. It's kind of like it's a little sheer on the sleeves a little bit. So I was feeling good. And then I got home, and in school it was cold. And then I got home and it was also cold. So when I got home today, what did I do? I didn't sit down. I went, picked my daughter up. We went to the library so she could get home, go to this homework club that they have there. She worked on her homework. I left about 6:00. We got there about 5. I left about 6:05, 6:10. Then I got home, and then I've been cooking and meal prepping because I was not feeling well. I couldn't meal prep. So I've been meal prepping since I got home. So this is the first time I'm sitting down since 6:10. I feel like I'm on male B status. So I have not sat down. So this is the first time that I'm actually sitting in over 2 hours and 20 minutes. So that's good. So I kind of made up for it because I've been dragging. So, I've just been busy as a bee. So anyway, I say all that to say it's kind of cold in my house. And I thought I was going to come in here easy breezy in my office, sit down, do this live. And then I was chilly. So instead of cranking up the heat, I put on a jacket. So my daughter was, she won't be super hot. So anyway, what are you going to do? Did I miss Cookie? How are you, Cookie? Now, I want you guys to tell me in the chat while I'm going down here, tell me if you've been feeling any of these emotions on your GLP-1. Have you, and I don't know if this is an emotion, but I feel like cravings come along with emotion for me. So have you guys been feeling hungry on your GLP-1, or have you been having cravings, any cravings lately, or is it just me? because I am having some big time cravings on this GLP-1, and I'm going to tell you all about it. And I'm going to also talk about what I plan to do about it. And is it normal? Because somebody was asking me who's not on the GLP-1 but is interested, was asking me, is it normal to feel hungry? I thought you weren't supposed to be hungry while taking a GLP-1. That's another thing I want to know from you guys. Do you think that? Do you think you're not supposed to be hungry taking the GLP-1? But let me take a look. My water bottle. I have my Old Faithful, my Stanley, my other water bottle that I love. I left it at work today, and I knew I was walking out light-handed, but I couldn't put my finger on it until I actually got to my car and realized that I love my water bottle. So I'm stuck with this baby, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. So let me one question at a time, right? Have you been feeling hungry or cravings? Let's ask. I want to know from you guys too. Has anybody been hungry or has anybody been having cravings? We got Miss Brenda in the house. Hi, Miss Brenda. We got Cookie. And that was Keisha who got me off on that tangent talking about the spring colors of it all. Who else is in this chat? We have, I'm scrolling down. If I pass you, I don't mean to. Purple Bellflower, my twin. How are you? And she's saying hello to everyone. Happy Wednesday. All right, now did I miss my girl MVP? Did I miss her? So people are saying hi, Miss. Oh, here she is, the real Miss MVP. I put the Miss on there. The real MVP. She says, happy Wednesday. Cute pic. Oh, I love those pics. All right, Angie. Angie with the cute pic. I love it. Every time I feel like I'm going to cough, I've been trying to take a sip. So, but Ange, look at you. I love that pic. Look at you. You guys are sporting it. I keep saying I'm going to change mine, and I have not yet. Part of it is my, I guess deep is appropriate to wear a crown, but on mine, they have a crown, and I tried to do it a couple times to remove the crown. It keeps putting that crown on my head. So that's partly why I haven't put it up. I guess I'm going to just go with it. All right, let's see. Plus, I'm a creature of habit. Once I like something, I don't like to change it. So that's probably not the best thing, but it works. Pamela, how are you? How are you? She says, good evening. Look at you. Look at, oh, cute. I love yours. Very good. Okay, all right. Nicole is in the house. I said Nicole's in the house. I said Nicole's in the house. Watch your mouth. Nicole, my Ohio diva, how are you? She says, hey, everyone, I'm here, but my head isn't right, so I don't know if I'm going to chat much. That's okay. Just listen in. Okay, I wonder if you're having cravings and stuff, because I think you're in maintenance now. Jeez, Louise. The denim jacket with the ruffles. Yes. Okay, Queen, I see you. I just love this jacket. Ooh, the ruffles of it all. I love a good ruffle. If you see my wardrobe, I'm ruffled out, but in the right way. You know what I'm saying? Some ruffles every ruffle is not created equal. How about that? All right, Nora, never feared. Nora's here. How are you, Nora? It's good to see you. Oh my gosh, thank you. I am feeling better. Geez, you know what? This is the craziest thing. On Friday, when we did that fabulous live, myself, Mail to the B, Perfectly Pamela, I was not feeling the best either that day. That's when it really was starting. But I was able to push through. And I thought that if you guys did see that live, that Valentine's Day live, I watched it back. You know, it came on. It was like on a playlist, and it was recommended. Like this video, my video. So our video. So it comes up next. And so I listened to it, and I was like, this is so good. Like if I wasn't in it, I would have loved it. So how about that? Okay, is this Beverly? How are you? She says, hi, Dee Dee in chat. Beverly, look at you looking fabulous as ever. Okay, wait, is this Grant? Is this the Grant that's everywhere in these GLP-1 streets? Because didn't you change something, or is this a different Grant? I'm so confused. Is this Grant that was with Roundbound, Zepbound the other day? Paul's live the other day, or is this a different Grant? Oh gosh, why do I not know that? Okay, all right. I thought you had your profile pick up. I'm so confused. Is that the Grant? Chi, how are you? Let's see, where is Chi? I just ran right past you. Here you go. How are you? All right. I think Jamie, how are you, Jamie? How are you? Okay, wait. I think I have. Okay, so people are starting to answer the question. Okay, so here we go. So the hunger of it all. This is my girl Cookie starting us off. So you have experienced hunger. Okay. Nora says hunger was hoping 7.5 would make it better, and it has not, huh? Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Keisha says none. Keisha, you are so easy breezy, lemon squeezy. I love it. Hungry all day today, and yes, a part of yesterday. Wow. So Miss Brenda, why do you think you're hungry like that? And how do you know it's hunger and not cravings? If you can answer that too. You've been having cravings, my people. Somebody else besides me. I love it. It's okay to feel hungry. I have hunger moments. I just never feel the need to mindlessly eat or overeat. I love that. Very good. Nice clarity there. Hunger hinges on so many things: fiber and protein intake, sleep, etc. Yeah, I know. I feel hungry here and there, and sometimes you crave for something sweet. Every now and then you may indulge, but not all the time. Okay. Sometimes I'm genuinely hungry. Other times I just crave something sweet, usually chocolate. Yes. Now, have you always craved something sweet, or did you give in to the herbs? Or have you been eating something sweet your whole journey? I guess I should ask. Or were you like cutting out the sweets and then you had sweets and it made you want to eat something else sweet? Like, what do you think that is, Chi Chi? I don't mind being hungry because I make better choices than with those cravings. Yes. And usually I've never heard anybody say I'm craving broccoli, but I could be wrong. Some people might be craving spinach, but I've heard people say I'm craving like some carrots with a dip or something with the dip with it, like celery and branch. I've heard that. Few and far between, though, not all the time. Most of the time when we're craving, it's for something that, got off our plan. Ruffles, you prefer Lay's, yes, and you guess what? You can't just eat one, can you? As my gut biome is changing, I'm craving watermelon. Oh my gosh, and I have some pineapples downstairs. I can't wait to get into those tomorrow. And apples, since I've been eating really clean, but cravings are definitely driven by emotion. Okay, all right. You think they're driven by emotion and the go-to foods and high salt, sugar, and dairy, and you put dairy in there too. How dare you, Miss Brenda? I love it. We had so much fun on that live. It was fun on that live. And Pamela, you were on it. I told Mel, I said, Pamela is no nonsense. Jeez Louise. I love that. Okay, that's a different Grant. No, he says, that's me, Grant from RMZ. You started your own channel. Okay. Well, I thought your own channel had your pick on it for some reason. Okay. I don't know why I thought that, but we love it. Okay. All right. The same Grant. Well, we love it. I dropped down to 10 milligrams of Zepbound from 12.5. I'm able to eat more, which is good. Okay. You dropped down to 10. No specific cravings, but you feel more hungry than usual. You gained 2 pounds, but you're still below your 130. Trying to get back to, you're trying to get back up to the 130 pounds. Okay. So that 12 was really suppressing your appetite. Okay. Okay. Very good. All right, that's a good strategy. I wonder if it's, I guess your time you will know. Cookie, it is. I saw that person just joined YouTube a few weeks ago. Cookie, is it or is what are you saying? Oh, you created a new account. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, I know we missed you, Katie K. That's okay. That's okay. We'll have to do something else another time. All right, Katie K, how are you? All right, let's see. I've been craving because personal stuff going on, but it's okay because I'm 10 pounds under your goal weight. Yeah, you gave yourself a nice cushion, and that was smart. Very good. Now, who told you, Nicole, you should give yourself that much of a cushion? Did you decide that with your doctor, or did you just say on your own, like, this is what I want to be, I'm comfortable doing? I'm just curious because that, that's probably is helpful to a lot of folks, based on what you say. Okay, so Greg created a new account. He fooled you too. I know. You should have some hunger so you can still nourish yourself. The GLP-1 should suppress your appetite, but not eliminate it completely. See, that is a stereotype. I think people, or a misconception, I might say, people think that the GLP-1 is supposed to squash your appetite to the point where you're not hungry, because we know the appetite suppression is real, but the fact that you're not hungry. So that just makes me ask, have another question I'll ask in a second. Ooh, I love plain steamed broccoli. I'm a weirdo. So you crave that, Davina? Jeez. Davina, how are you? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm like, oh, she's up in here. When I was going through my weight loss phase, I always had to make myself eat and never had cravings. Once I hit maintenance, that changed. The hunger started coming back slowly, but in a good way. So in a good way, because it allowed you to eat. Okay, I love that. I know it's hunger because my throat gets rumbling and my stomach growls. Cravings, at least for me, aren't necessarily tied to hunger symptoms. Okay, great observation, Miss Brenda. Okay, I love that. I crave pesto. There's basil in it. Almost broccoli. Not quite. But Davina, that's okay. Davina said, I'm craving that. Well, she didn't say she was craving it, but she loves it. You love chocolate. That's your kryptonite. So I allow myself to have it on the weekends, but nothing indulgent, Monday through Friday, which helps me not crave, since I know the weekend I will get the treats. Yeah, and that's kind of my thinking. That's why we're weight loss twins up in here. That is my thinking. On the weekends, if there is something I really want, I'll indulge and have it then. And really, I pinpointed it down to just Sunday instead of Saturday and Sunday. And I know I found another thing too is helpful, is to pinpoint it down to like one meal, one snack, and not go balls to the wall all for the whole day. For me, that's going to mess me up. And I've done that. And that's how I know I can't do it. And still stay on track like I want to be on track. All right, so let's see. Okay, you love, I think I scrolled up by mistake. Okay. So you're saying, honestly, it just happened. It wasn't planned, but I'm not mad about it. Okay, all right, very good. Let's see. Davina said you love it too, and it's one of your staple veggies. Okay, very good. Okay, all right. Did I skip down? I think I might have skipped down too far. I don't know. All right, Chi said, I've always had cravings, and sweets are my weakness. I never plan to completely cut out things I love, brownies, ice cream, and I haven't, but I have cut down on them immensely. Okay, all right. And it's a couple, and I think that's fine, but it's a couple train of thoughts on that. Some people say like you should give all that up until you reach your goal, or at least do the 80-20 method until you reach your goal. So 80% eating clean and 20% not clean, not necessarily all the whole foods. And I'm sure people are doing a hodgepodge of everything. But I think whatever works for you. Being 100% until I reach my goal, I wish I could do that. I just have not been able to. And you know what? To be honest, I don't even know if I tried to do that, because I just knew that wasn't for me based on, knowing myself. But it's interesting. I love that some people can do that. I love it. Remember Round Mound of Zepbound? I don't know if you remember his interview with me, but he said that he wouldn't even eat a donut or anything until he reached his goal. And then once he reached his goal, or he got to certain goals, then he would indulge. But before that, he was just like a stickler. So I think that's a great strategy too, if you can do it. Let's see. Paul, brother Paul, he says, like Master Yoda says, do or do not. There is no try. Okay, no try. All right. Okay, I'll take that. I also love pickled beets with no sugar. You're obsessed. Are you obsessed with that? Jeez, Louise. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to think about it, let alone be obsessed with the beets of it all. I do like the color, and that's about it. Oh, okay. Katie saying hello to everyone. I love plain steamed broccoli too. My daughter tells me to season it, and I'm like, no. Well, you know what? I was just making, when I was doing my meal prep, I just had 2 big bags of spinach, and I put it in there. I had to cook them separate because the bigger pan that I use, or pot, I was using the pot. So I steam them. I used did I use chicken broth? Either chicken broth or vegetable broth. So I want to say it was chicken broth. Put a little bit of that in there. I put some Lowry seasoning. This is my the trifecta, right? Lowry seasoning, salt. I'll use Mrs. Dash if I feel like I need to, but I don't. And then I use onion powder and garlic powder. That's the trifecta for me. I put that in there. Sometimes I will saute some onions. I love a good onion, and put it in my spinach. But anyway, I sauteed the spinach and I, took those out, put them in a container. And then I used another, made the second bag because the pot wasn't big enough. But they draw down so quick. So and it's like I had like 2 huge bags, and I'm left with this like little container of spinach. But I'm looking forward to eating that. And so that wouldn't be a craving. Like I just was eating it. I really wanted some spinach as a side, but I've never craved like spinach at all. So I don't even think I've ever craved a vegetable other than corn. Like corn, I think I have corn on the cob, but other than that, no. Somebody else loves this broccoli. Okay, my daughter tells me this season it. Okay, I read that. Yeah, you gotta season the veggies. That makes them taste a little better. In my personal experience, what is that? The antecedent to cravings. Did I say that wrong, Mel? Are emotional, scent, visual, and sometimes even verbal cues, and then focusing more on 20 seconds on that thought. Something about on that thought, it cravings. I've learned not to entertain. Okay, the thought and craving. I need to say next when I start to focus on a craving or a particular food and redirect my attention to something else. Sometimes, if I'm really struggling, I stop all the Miss Brenda. I don't know how you typed all that. Geez, Louise. Okay, all right. So that's your strategy. Great strategy. I think I have a strategy or plan that you can stick to is key. I agree. So this is what my plan is. So first of all, let's talk about how do you guys think, before I get into what my plan is, because I think I definitely need one. I'm trying to hit that 100 pounds 100 pounds down weight loss goal. And I'm not going to talk about what my weight is. My last weight that I shared was 83 pounds. So, and I haven't even made this video yet. I'm still working on it. Every time I sit down to do this video, something happens. So the last time I sat down to do my 2-year anniversary, 2 years I've been taking Mounjaro. Every time I sit down to make the video, it's this week, I got sick. So I'm planning on doing it and dropping it on Sunday. That is my goal. So since I said it out loud, I'll do it, right? Because I'm saying it out loud in the universe. And then I need to talk to my DD inner circle group, because that next Sunday, so that'd be what, the 22nd, we usually meet as our little inner circle group, but I want to go live that day. So not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, and talk about my weight, my plan, my update, all these things that I have going on. I have a lot to share. So, so I want to, really do that. And I want to do that live because I missed that Sunday live. So I will be doing a Sunday live. So I just have to see what time. It depends on what my, my inner circle group says, because, we'll just have to work that out. So anyway, this Sunday, I'm going to be talking about 2 years on Mounjaro. And one of the things I realized is, I'm such a goal-oriented person. When December came and I was having some, struggles with just emotional eating and my family and the grief of it all. When I was going through all of that, I was just nibbling and grazing. And then that just turned into cravings. Like giving into those cravings made the cravings come on even more. So you guys, if you've been following me, in December, I call it the disastrous December. I was not doing all the things consistently in December. I wasn't even tracking. And I don't really track like faithfully, like putting things in every day. I pre-track and delete as I need to, but I pretty much eat the same things. I'm not eating different things. So I know what I'm eating. If I eat something different, it's probably because I went over somebody's house or I went out to eat at a restaurant and I have to recalculate that. But when I go to a restaurant, I have my staples and I know what I'm eating with that too. So that's very helpful. Now, remember, I've been doing this for 2 years, pretty much eating the same things. I don't really veer off. And that's how you can keep track of what I'm eating and what I'm doing. So even though I wasn't tracking, I wasn't so far off, but I don't know the actual numbers, right? I just know I had some up times and then I lost when I didn't even really think I would lose. But in the meantime, I've been having cravings. So I said to myself, am I going to go up to 15? Now, the last time I was at my doctor, it was in October. And my doctor, all my numbers were great. My A1C came back normal. My cholesterol went down. It just was looking good in the neighborhood. But the weight loss was a little slow. And so she said, well, I'm not really worried about that. Your line is trending down. But maybe when you come back in February, we could talk about, or March, we could talk about going up to 15 if you want to accelerate the weight loss. Well, we know, and she might not know, but we know that going up in a dose doesn't always necessarily mean you're going to lose weight. It just isn't. So I'm saying to myself, I don't want to go up to 15 just because I think it's going to spark some weight loss. It's things I could do, right? Because I'm just told you I haven't been as consistent, since December with doing all the things, right? So that's what I want to tweak and do. And when I looked at what I was doing that was just really off kilter, it was grazing, snacking on things, having cravings. And, and sometimes I say to myself, like, oh, these are protein bars. Well, eating too many protein bars. At one point, I was eating, this was last year. At some point last year, I would have 2 protein bars on my menu. And it was just a part of what I was doing. And I wasn't, and I'd say to myself now that I know really the real difference between being hungry and having cravings is I knew I wasn't hungry. So not that I didn't know that, but I was trying to get a certain amount of calories in, and that's kind of how I was feeling my day. And I think I'm going to change my strategy based on not so much trying to get the calories in, but trying to eat the right kind of foods. So that's what I really need to be focused on, because I was eating those protein bars like they were Snickers with protein stamped on them. That's how I was eating the protein bars, 2 a day. I think that's a lot of protein bars a day. And a lot of times I was doing that, especially when I got to 12.5, it's because I really couldn't eat. So, but now that I'm thinking about it, like, why wasn't I eating fruit and veggies and splurging more on that? Why was I going to the protein? Because it had protein, right? Because I'm also trying to increase that protein. So it's just a whole host of things that reasons I was doing things the way I was doing it, and it was working, right? Because I'm also looking at the lab work, not necessarily just the scale. So my lab numbers are all improving. So that's a good thing. So I just want to make sure that stays that way. So what I decided to do, and I noticed a lot of people did make a comment on my community post, maybe because it's religious, I don't know. But I'm talking about for Lent, and every year for Lent, I give up something for Lent. Now, I'm not Catholic, and actually Catholics aren't the only ones who, celebrate Lent or, observe Lent. It's also Christians. I'm a Christian. And so for me, I give up something and I do it for the 40 days, and and it's just a commitment to myself and God, and I pick up my prayer. And I've included my daughter in it, and so we decided what we were giving up. Now, this is the funny thing, Mel, if you're on here, which I don't know if you're listening at this very moment, but my daughter, she said that she was giving up meat. So tomorrow my dad has to pick her up, and he's like, I'm going to take you to Burger King. And she's like, Mom, I can't not eat meat tomorrow. I got to eat meat tomorrow. I said, no, you don't. She's like, yes, I do. So both of them are tag teaming me, arguing back and forth that she got to eat this meat. I said, no. I said, you guys, she made a commitment to God that she was going to do this. That's okay for you to just not do it. So my dad said, God doesn't have anything to do with this. She can eat whatever she wants to eat. So I said, well, they have fish at Burger King, so you need to get a fish sandwich. So let's see if they do that, right? Because I won't be there to know. So I'm going to see if they get that fish sandwich and not, because she said she was going to be a pescatarian. She's giving up all meat. So today, normally she eats like either a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or she eats what do you call those? Lunchables. And the Lunchables have turkey and cheese and crackers. And she's like, Mom, I can't take those Lunchables. So she did a good job. I mean, she's aware. So we'll see if she makes a good choice for tomorrow. So that's her thing. So what did I give up? I gave up sweet snacks and protein bars too. And my daughter was like, you don't have to give up the protein bars. I said, yes, I do, because they are sweet. So even she was thinking it was okay for me to eat those protein bars the way I was eating them. So that's what I've decided to do. And so today, and I also, I didn't say this in stone, but I am going to be cautious of not overeating carbs, because what I tend to do is, if I give up something somewhere, I kind of pick it up on the back end somewhere else. So I want to make sure that I'm like watching my carbs and making sure my carbs are under a certain amount. And I'm not going to say and do all that, because I don't want to make a big to do about it. But just know that grazing and those sweets, they have to go. So now I've just been stocking up on fruit. So, and just eating it sparingly, not a lot. But I've been eating, fruit. So I bought some pineapples, some grapes, some strawberries, and the three apples. I always keep apples at my house. So that's what that's what I'll eat for a snack. And I'm just about to just crank it up, crank my little situation up here. But we will see if that makes a difference, because I feel like I was losing 2 pounds over a couple of weeks or 3 weeks, and then I gain 1 point something, and then I lose, and then I would lose a little bit, a little tad, a little ounce. The ounces add up. Don't get me wrong, but you know what I'm saying. So I want to see if this makes a difference, and then of course, I can always kick up that exercise. The strength training is great, but am I really like working my muscles to exhaustion? No, like that's something that I struggle doing, adding those heavier weights. And that's why a trainer is a good option. So that's something I need to challenge myself with. And just walking 3 times a week is a struggle for me. So I'm still struggling with that, but that's something I'm also planning to pick up. And maybe because I'm not eating the sweet stuff and sugary things. And, I know you guys have things with 0 sugar, and you think that that's no sugar. That's still sugar. I'm not even eating that. So I'm cutting all the sugar out, and I'm just trying to, just stick to the whole foods. Protein bars. I just bought a bunch of protein bars too from GNC. They had a buy one, get one free sale. Bought a ton of those. So they're just going to sit there and wait. And the good news is they're not whole foods, so they don't expire until 15 years from now. So I'll be fine when I'm done with the 40 days. But hopefully I won't really go back to it and depend on it as much as I'm dependent on it now. So I just want you guys to know that if you are feeling hungry, if you are having cravings, it's okay. And I think that people have an idea about being on these GLP-1s that you should not be hungry, but really hunger is natural. Hunger is natural. And I think Miss Brenda said it best when Miss Brenda said, hunger, you could feel physical things, right? Some people get a headache when they're hungry. I'm one of those people. Your stomach growls. That's really how I know I'm hungry. My stomach starts to growl. My energy gets low. I get irritable. It's like the physicalness of it. Whereas cravings are more emotional. Cravings, you're eating things for an emotional fix, right? You're not full. It's kind of like having that schedule, because I know some of you have scheduled snacks. So if you go to work and you pack 2 snacks or 1 snack, that is scheduling something to eat. That's not necessarily because you're hungry. So a lot of people are giving into cravings and don't even realize you're giving into cravings because you just have it scheduled into your day. And so, because when you're hungry, you're only eating when you're hungry. Now, I know, and I don't know if Jen F is in here. I don't think she is, but she's one of those people that reminds me of eating, when she was hungry, not really tracking calories and doing all the fancy things and, doing this and doing that. She was just eating when she was hungry, stopping when she was full, and that was it. And I didn't start my journey off doing that. I started off counting the calories and being meticulous about everything and making sure I wasn't under eating and all of that. And so I guess however you do it is how you do it. She reached her goal, and I'm still trying to get to mine. So, maybe I should try that, but I'm one of those people, I kind of have to track what I'm doing. So I said all that to say I have a lot going on, because I'm trying to get down to this 100 pounds. And then after I get to the 100-pound goal, I still have 50 plus pounds to lose. 50 pounds I want to lose, maybe even a little bit more than that, maybe closer to 60. So I still have a lot of weight to lose. And remember, I'm on 12.5. So this is a a movie, I got to stick around and see how this movie ends. So, okay, so you guys, so let me ask you. So we talked about the big difference between hunger and cravings. What are you guys craving? What are some of the things that you crave? Besides my girl Davina in here saying she's craving broccoli and beets, what are you guys craving? What's your go-to craving that you're eating? Does anybody have one? For me, mine is the protein bars. And if my daughter has, like, a lot of times she'll have those little mini Halloween kind of treats, like the mini one. So I'll eat a mini one of those, like a Twix or a Snickers or what else? That's pretty much what I like. Twix, Snickers, anything with like nuts and caramel and chocolate. So every now and then, if I see that around this house, and she's always bringing treats home from somebody's birthday and somebody celebrating this or that, and I'll have a little bit of that. Now, I wasn't really doing that before, but now my cravings are back and I'm wanting to do it even more. So that's cut off as of today, right? Because Lent started today for me. So I want to know what you guys are craving. And then let's talk about what we're going to do about this craving. Now, I've already told you I'm going cold turkey with mine. Like, mine is just, this was it. Today was it for me. What are you guys going to do? And what can we do? All right, so let's see. I remember Roundmouth said you were having cravings. What did you do with the crave? What have you done about that? Okay, so let me go back up here. Okay, what are you guys saying? Thank you for listening. I just kind of went off on a tangent. Kay said I've craved canned peas and steamed green beans just as much as I can crave chocolate. Wow. Geez Louise, why don't I have that craving? Okay. All right. Yeah, Miss Brenda, that is a great strategy. Okay. Well, Miss Brenda said she needs to stay next and start focusing on particular food, redirect her attention somewhere else. Sometimes I'm really struggling. Yeah, and they say, like, give yourself 5 minutes to really just like sit and think before you have it. Is it really worth it? Do I really need it? Am I really hungry? And have, like, remember, it's in my stand store. You could go and download that, Miss Brenda. I'll put that in our inner circle group because it's like a comfort menu and it gives you ideas of different things you could do instead of eat. And some of those things are kind of quite obvious, but some of those things are like, oh, that's a good idea. Antecedent. Oh, okay. Antecedent. Okay. Okay, Mel. I don't know if I even still have it. TV and media to avoid commercials and recipes for food. Okay, very good. All right. Okay. I can't believe you craving that kind of stuff. I love that. I wish I could be me. You crave steak and veggies and ice cream and chocolate. Okay. All right. Very good. Now, ice cream and chocolate, I can relate to those cravings. Nora, you were craving steak for a while, but it went away. I never eat steak. I'm not a beef person at all. I wish I liked canned veggies so I could just get them from Dollar Tree, but I don't like them canned. Okay, so you buy frozen or fresh, huh? They say frozen is just as good as fresh as far as, the nutrition of it all. But, of course, you can't go wrong with the fresh. Hormones can bring on extra hunger since hunger is a hormone. If it all else fails, 2 to 4 days of nothing but plant protein and veggies, not diet, mentality, I meant, but a physical chemical reset. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. The best thing to do is just go cold turkey if you can. Cravings dead in their track, at least for me. Then I return to my usual eating. Okay. But then do you get the cravings back, Miss Brenda, and the cycle starts all over again? I commented on that. Yeah, you did. I think you're the one person that commented, but about what you were giving up. All right. Very good, Mel. Thank you. Final comment on this for me. It was my experience. If I'm not getting enough nutrients or the right nutrients, then hunger and cravings kick in until that nutritional need is met. And I think that's probably for most people. It's true for most people. I love that. Very good. For sure. I believe also that still have Impossible Whopper, which is not meat. I used to eat them all the time. I was a pescatarian. Yes, you know what? I've eaten one of those, and it actually was quite good. I had one of those Impossible burgers because I don't eat beef and I don't really like their chicken. So I will tell my daughter about that because I forgot about that. She might like that. Yeah. It was a restaurant we went to and I had an Impossible burger and she thought it was really good too. So she does like them. So I'm gonna have to tell her. Thank you for that, Chi Chi. That's a good reminder. Oh, thank you. Okay, is that a good plan? Okay, all right. I'm going to give up paying bills for 40 days. Oh, don't do that, round mountain. Is that about? I mean, not round mountain, brother Paul. Why did I say round mountain? Brother Paul. Brother Paul, do not do that. You gotta pay those bills. Jeez Louise. Now I did want to say we are also adding something, because you could also add things. So people might say, I don't want to give up food. I've given up so much already. I have nothing else to give. Well, add something that you're going to do to serve somebody else, to, be a help to somebody else, to do something positive. So one of the things that I am adding is being more patient with my daughter in the mornings. Like that's that ruffles my feathers in the morning with my daughter, with her, what she's wearing and, what she's putting on. Excuse me. She'll have a plan and then she changes what she's wearing. So I told her we're going to come up with a plan because it stresses me out in the morning with her clothes. And it's just like not necessary. So we're going to come up with a plan. But I want to be more positive and I want to have more patience with her because I get so impatient. And so she didn't think of hers yet, but we are adding something that we could do that's nice or kind to somebody else. So yeah, so if you're not thinking about taking away something, think about something that you could do that's nice or kind. I think that's a great thing. I cannot say I'm giving up on the grounds that I might. You're going to incriminate yourself. No. Losing it, Grace. How are you? Ultra processed stuff can be actually worse because of those chemicals that cause you crack me up. When you hear a new word, you go with it, don't you? Inflammaging. Love it. Kate, Cookie, Beverly, she's naming everybody. You know what? I love that about you. You come in and you name everybody. I'm so afraid to do that when I go into these lives because I feel like I'm going to forget somebody. And then they'll be like, Dee Dee said hi to everybody but me. So you are so good. And it's hard for me to be totally attentive when I'm on these lives too, because my daughter's, unless it's late, but nobody really has late night lives, as everybody's talking in the background. All right. So I saw Brother Paul came in here. Round Mound, how are you? So you're craving that sugar. Okay. So, oh, Mel, so sweet. Thank you. So did you, what are you doing for the craving? Name Twin, how are you? How are you? She is Tamika. How are you? Who else do we have? Let's see. Okay, so Miss Brenda said your go-to foods are pizza, pasta, to get into the cravings. High protein, high fiber pasta is not a problem for you, you discovered. Okay, very good. And I have some of that. I'm going to be cooking that this weekend. I was supposed to cook it on this weekend. Sunday is my meal prep day, but I didn't feel well, so I didn't cook it. So I'll be cooking that tomorrow. Dee Dee said hi to every. Yeah, I worry about that on some of these lives. I'm like, geez, Louise. Yeah. So that's why I just come in. I say hi to everybody, and then I start speaking as people say hello and all that. But I love how Grace is on that. Geez, Louise, how could you be that attentive? We love that, Grace. So sweet. All right, so let's play a little game. I love a good game. Well, before that, let me ask you another question before that. When do you guys, do you have cravings on stressful days, or do you notice you just have cravings because you might see a particular food? Is it that you're out in is it stressful, or are you just like, oh, okay, I see it and I want to eat it? And I think the medication for me is wearing down because I used to could walk past stuff and not even think about eating it. Like I didn't even want it. And stuff still can stay in the house and I not open it and eat it, like my daughter's stuff. But I'm noticing myself like being able to want it even more. Like the sugar cravings are just out of this world. So again, that's why I gave up the sugar for Lent, and even things that are zero sugar. Like I have some ginger ale, and somebody was like, well, that doesn't count. It has zero sugar. It's sweet. So something is making it sweet in there, and I'm not risking it for that. So yeah, no. So I'm letting that go too. So we shall see how this works out for me. All right. So what are you guys doing? Are you feeling cravings on stressful days? Is it in the morning? Is it at night? When are your cravings happening? And how do you know you're not hungry? I think I've been on it since August. I want to say August. Let me look at my calendar, my go-to calendar. Let me look at this calendar and see. This is the last year. Let me look at I got 4 or 5 calendars. I got business going on here. Let me see if I can pinpoint it. I think I want to say I got on that. I went up. I want to say grades. It was, geez Louise. Kate said, I noticed I get cravings when I'm bored. Oh, okay. All right. February of 2025. Geez Louise, I went back far. Okay. All right. No, I don't see it. I don't see. What's this year? 2025. I got my 2024 calendar. Okay. Let's see. No, I want to say it was August or July. Was I 12.5 when I went to Texas? I can't remember. I gotta look it up in my app because I don't have it on my calendar, so it's in my Pep app. So yeah, I want to say, so it's probably been 5 or 6 months, right? August, September, October, November, December, January. I'm going on 6 months on it. No wonder. It's starting to fade. It's fading fast. Jeez Louise. Yeah, 12.5. Yes. And I've been on, and that has been the longest I've been on most of these doses that I stayed on was 6 months. And then after the 6, I wonder, is that a thing? Or is that's probably just a thing with me? But yeah, it's like, geez, Louise. Okay. I've learned that it's actually on an ADHD thing. Okay, very good. I'm undiagnosed, by the way. Yeah, I've been on it for over 2 years. I've noticed that the cravings control isn't as strong. Still no liquor, but that sugar. Yes. And I'm not a drinker, so I'm not expecting to ever get those cravings. But yeah, the sugar is a thing. So I'm going on 2 years too. Bellflower, chronic inflammation as we age, made worse by ultra processed foods. Absolutely. Low carb queen, how are you? Welcome to the chat. Kate says definitely, Pam is saying definitely an ADHD thing. My daughter gained so much weight when she came off her. Did she really? Wow. Jeez Louise. Now you got me thinking. I didn't think I craved anything, but I think it's because I eat everything. I bet if I wasn't eating chocolate, I'd be craving it, but I'm still not giving it up for Lent. Okay. All right. That's okay. Queen, do you give up things for Lent? Are you one of those people? Low carb queen. Let's see. Brenda says, I have old behavior flashbacks during my emotional stress times. My brain automatically wants me to react. Okay. Wow. Yeah. And that's what really it is. That cravings is an emotional thing for sure. Okay. All right. Let's see. People are saying, hello, hello. Didi, I looked through your videos. June 13th was your day one reaction. Oh, thank you. Oh. Go Grace, go Grace, go Grace, go Grace, go Grace. You know who could probably tell you is Angie. I don't know if Angie's still in here, but man, she's been watching my old videos from way back in the day. So she probably knows when I was on 12, when I got on 12.5 too. Thank you. Okay, so it was 8 months ago? Are you sure? What month was that? 8 months ago. So when I went to Texas, was I on 12.5? Now I gotta look that up. Geez, and I just got three more boxes shipped to my house the other day. Geez, oh man. Okay. All right, 12.5. I'm kicking it live with 12.5. Now, was that my reaction or was that me deciding that I wasn't whether I was titrating up or not? Okay, well, wow, that's a long time. I'm sticking it out though, because I really don't feel like I've outlived it. Like I have appetite suppression. still, I don't have side effects really, other than like a little bit of fatigue, and constipation isn't really even a thing on 12.5 for me. So really, I'm just having the cravings. I think that was self-induced though, because I think I was eating things and kind of self-induced it. And it's kind of like, it's hard to go back. But I'm glad I'm not alone. You are not alone. I am here with you. Oh, the Michael Jackson of it all. I just may break down and cry. Let me stop singing Michael Jackson. Okay, all right, Miss Brenda. Processed food. Okay, yeah, that processed food is going to get us every time. Yes, yes, yes. I also find that removing those items, limiting them reduces. Yeah, yeah. So, and I said that to my daughter, once her candy and stuff is gone, we're not replacing it. Like, and, some of it I took and giving it to my class. But yeah, so yeah, a lot of hurts. And really the candy can stay because I don't even get tempted by that. But the chocolate of it all, anything chocolate with nuts and, all of that caramel, I'm getting rid of that. So this is the last weekend it'll be here. But she has candy and stuff, I won't eat that because I'm not really into that. But I don't know. Sometimes when you get a sweet tooth, you might want to do whatever. So yeah, we're going to be taking that stuff and putting it out of the house. Okay, so that's a great strategy, and that works for me. I crave out of the blue, and I tell myself save it for the weekend. Okay, very good. And you're in maintenance too, so I think all you ladies in maintenance, you have the right idea. Hey, that still makes sense. That makes sense. I'm holding out hope once I get to go, and I can at least titrate. You can at least titrate down. Okay, very good. What dose are you on now, Grace? Are you on 10? You're not on 12.5, are you? Jeez Louise. I can't keep track of what everybody's doing. I have a hard time keeping track of my own schedule. I really need to work on cutting out processed crap, but the problem is I hate to cook. All right, very good. Well, you know what? I bet you if you get put in a stall, in some kind of stall, you will. You're going to end up doing it. That could be something you could do. And you know what most people will do is say, "Oh, I'll just titrate up and go up," or you could tweak what you're doing. I really am a big believer in trying to tweak what you're doing first before you go up. But again, that's a decision for your doctor, for you. You know your body. You know what you're doing. You know how the medication is making you feel. Cookie, we hang out on the A train in the afterlife. Oh my goodness, you guys are funny. Okay. All right. So let's play this little game. Shay said I was doing that before maintenance. Yeah. She said at least you're actually eating. Yeah. Yeah. I guarantee you. And I always say this. I want to see people in 5 years from now because I would love to see where people are. I love those kind of videos where they say, where are they at now? Like the little celebrities. So in my mind, you guys are all like little mini celebrities. I would love to see where people are in their process and what they're doing, including myself. Like, what are we doing? How are we maintaining? Has everybody met their goal? Did people get down smaller than they wanted? Did people gain weight? Like, what is the prognosis? So we're going to have a cookout, like a cookout, a DD's cookout. And we're going to have to meet up and see what everybody is doing in real time. I would love that. To have like a family reunion of it all. And I have a feeling that people are going to be doing well because there's so many medications but I feel like people's ideas of how they think will change over time, right? And I'm one of those people, I'm very open to change. Although I'm a creature of habit, I like routine, I like structure, but I do know that change can be good. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this all pans out. But I got to kickstart my buns. I'm going to be I'm 2 years in. Like before my 3rd year, I'm gonna proclaim this. I gotta reach my goal, and my goal is to get to 149. So I got some ways to go, but that's okay. I'm gonna do that. And I really believe I can do it too. So, and that's the difference between now. I never thought I would get, to lose 82 pounds, 83 pounds. I never thought I would even get this far. So I'm pretty excited. But yeah, I have to kick things up. On my journey here. I got to keep things up. And now that my labs are all good and all clear and things are going good in that direction, my hormones. I'm getting my hormones under control and getting that, optimized and aligned. So, it's like that weight is like the next final frontier, like that I got to kind of conquer. And I'm looking forward to it. This I've had, you guys know, I would call myself an Ayuga ambassador. They're always hitting me up and, want me, and you guys have been doing, shout out to you guys, because you guys have really been supporting me with that Ayuga. When I tell you, that's like a nice little support you guys have been giving me with that Ayuga. I haven't even shown up a video. I have one coming out that's, here in this weekend. And in my little email, they'll let me know when I get a little referral. So, but I was just looking at my body in that Ayuga video, and I was just thinking like, geez, oh man, I want to step things up even more, because I could see my little shape coming in. So I'm going to put this up on the screen. You can't see it on here because I want you to watch the video. But I'm going to release this video on Saturday. One of the things I would love to say, this is a non-scale victory for me. A non-scale victory for me with this Ayuga is the fact that they sent me a white jacket. Like, I would never pick out white to wear. Like, never. In real life, on camera, I just don't do white. So they sent me that white jacket. When I tell you I love the white jacket, I loved it. I didn't think I would. And so I'm in there rocking that jacket, and I record. Did my daughter record me? Yeah, my daughter recorded me. I was going to say, I think I recorded myself, but I think she recorded me. So anyway, so I'm showing off Ayuga, but the thing about Ayuga is I would never exercise in like workout clothes. I would put on like a big shirt, I would wear some leggings, but mostly kind of like jogging kind of things. When I tell you these babies are super tight and they hold you in and they're comfortable, you can actually move. I'm actually going to show myself running in these fans. So, you can actually move around. And I see the girls out here doing the Ayuga. Everybody's showing Ayuga, but I don't really see anybody my size doing it, right? My size is showing the Ayuga of it all. So I'm really excited about this video. So that video will come out on Saturday, and then on Sunday I'm going to do my 2-year anniversary video. I plan on releasing that, and then remember, the following Sunday I'm going to come on live, and I'm going to talk about just my journey. And we're going to take a look back. 2 years. I can't believe, when I had my 1-year anniversary, you guys were on there. We did a Sunday live, and it was great. And I was showing old pictures and videos and this and that. So I plan on doing all that, because I think this has been just such a cool journey to be on with you guys. Now, Tracy is in here. I saw Tracy. Was that Tracy who said something to me today? But somebody made a comment on my videos, and they were like, I can't come. No, it wasn't her, but it was another person who said, I might not say anything in the chat, but I can't wait to come to your live show. And I thought, is this a show? It's so funny that people call this like a show. So I think it's so cool that people think these lives are like a show. So that means like you feel entertained. And I hope you do feel entertained, a little bit of entertained, but hopefully learning something too in the process. So that's so cool. So I saw my girl Tracy up in here. Tracy says, I just got on and I do have cravings. Okay, so Tracy, wait a minute. So give us an update on your progress. Like, how are you doing? If you don't want to tell, that's okay too, because you don't have to reveal here if you don't want to. But if you want to share like what you're doing, how you're doing, and you have cravings, wait a minute. So what is going on with these cravings? What are you craving? What time of day are you craving it? And how do you know you're not hungry? Maybe you need to step up your meal plan. And are you craving like Lay's potato chips, like Cookie Ruffles? Are you craving the Ruffles of it all? Are you craving chocolate? What are we doing? Okay, 15 is the full clinical dose of the medication. We're literally tested for optimal results and for maintenance. Yes. So if you make the optimal dose, you are winning. Yay. Yes. I used to be so like, why do I need to get to 15? Why can't I lose weight? This is what I was thinking. One of the things too is I was so scared that 15 was so powerful. I'm like, I don't want that much medication in my body. I was thinking that too. And so now I'm over it. I'm so over it. When I get to 15, I'm going to be doing it and doing it and doing it. Well, I'm going to be on here like, I'm on 15. You're going to be like, hey, Diva, how are you? I'm on 15. I'm just going to be saying it like, like I'm spreading the word. We need to do beginning videos and middle videos and maintenance videos. Yes, 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 yes. Very good. I love that. Okay, wait, did I miss anybody? Grace, you just are on it. Jeez, Louise. Okay, so wait a minute. You said $450 a month and a shot once a week. I better not be gaining. You won't, Miss Brenda. Let's see. The pharmacist. Okay. I missed that comment, so I don't know what you guys are saying. I am 5'4.5". I used to be 5'5". Now I'm 5'4.5". You know, as you age, you shrink. So there's that. You said not the many celebrities. Yes, we got a lot of many celebrities up in here. You are one of them. She is Tamika said, love the jean look. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna be sporting some jean stuff. I love that you are prepared with notes for your doctor. Yes, yes. Are you talking to me or somebody else? But you know I'm prepared with notes for my doctor. So maybe you weren't talking to me. Okay, you say, yes, I am here. Okay, all right. You're craving sweet. Jeez, Louise. You said, I know your waist clenching, cinching in your Ayuga jacket. Yeah, it holds you in. And you know, I'm one of those people. I do not like the Spanx of it all. I do not like Spanx. I realize I would probably look so much put together if I had on Spanx, but I just don't care. I just don't care. I don't want to wear them. I don't like being comfortable. I don't like tight things. Maybe as I drop more weight, I would be more comfortable with the stuff fitting tight. I don't know. Is Ayuga like a Stitch Fix? They pick out clothes for you. Well, some people have told me that they pick out clothes for them. I don't go with that. I tell them what I want and they send it to me because I won't wear everything. So there's that. But yeah, so it's like a what is it like? It's like a Lululemon dupe, like if you know what Lululemon is, it's just like workout active wear. But actually, they're taking it up a notch. They have lounge wear, they have active wear, they have pajamas. I think don't they have pajamas or lounge wear you can sleep in? So pajamas. They have jeans, like one of my last videos, I reviewed jeans, jeggings, like jegging leggings. I have work pants that I got from there. It is so comfortable, Nora. If you haven't tried it, you got to try it. It's so comfortable. It really, really is. So I love that. Like, that's one of the things that it was a no-brainer when they hit me up because, I know I needed some workout clothes and I actually like it. And I wear this stuff like every day, like not to school, but I wear it to like run errands and things like that. So on the weekends, that's really what I'm wearing is my Ayuga leggings. And I'm going to be sporting this jacket out and about. I love a cute jacket. A jacket or a blazer is such a classic good look, especially if, and you could be sexy in it too. Like my jackets are different. I don't really ever see anybody with the same kind of thing I have on. They're different. The materials are different. So I like a good classy look. I like to look like a classy lady with a bit of like a pinch of like a sex appeal, but not like, so overt if that's a thing. Remember, I am Tracy that just start. Yes. Okay. So I'm just trying to get used to the medication. Okay. All right. Okay. Very good. So you're having cravings. So in order to stop your cravings, I would just track it first and see when you're eating, when you're wanting something, that's a craving, when you're not. And so then are you still on 2.5? So then if you do move up a dose, you'll have like something to compare to, you'll have the time so you can know how to, maneuver it. I love that. Yeah, I thought I remembered you were new, but I wasn't sure if is this your first official week or was it last week? But good for you. I feel like I'm doing well. Just need to do more water. Yes. Here, my water of it. Oh, I sip all day long. Jeez, and I'm always going to the restroom too. Okay. I lost an inch. I'm still really mad at it. Oh man, inch is good. We'll take it. I'll take anything actually. Jeez, Louise. Yeah, it's a clothing brand. Yeah. And they liken themselves to like Lululemon. Like they want to be called the Lululemon dupe. Thank you, everyone. I love this channel. We love having you here too. Okay. All right. Very good. This is your second week. Okay. All right. Very good. So when you want to report something, let us know, because we even if you lose like an ounce, we want to celebrate it over here. I just think whatever you do is great. And then also, you made a great decision for your health. So let's play a quick game, and then if we've been on here an hour, it doesn't seem like an hour. I've been chatting. All right, so let's play a quick game. This game is called, you guys are so smart. You guys are going to nail this, nail it, nail it. Then after we play this game, we'll do some celebrating, and then we're out of here. All right, this is the name of it. Okay, the name of this game is, let me put it up here just so you can know to put it in the chat. It's called, this is the same name as on my thumbnail, Hunger or Craving. So I'm going to read a statement. I want you to tell me if you think this is you being hungry or you having a craving, or somebody, anybody. Okay. Did I spell this right? Let me put a question mark. Okay. Okay. So here we go. All right. The first one. Are you guys ready? So imagine yourself. You just ate dinner 20 minutes ago, but suddenly you want cookies. Is that hunger or is that a craving? All right, so we got so now we have 41 watching, but Mel said we only have 18 likes. So if you're out there watching, please like the live, like and subscribe. We love that. Paul says to Tracy, I was where you are a year ago. It goes by so quick. Enjoy the ride. It's going to be an awesome one. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I agree with that 100%. She says, oh yeah, Tracy, I can't wait to hear how your progress is going to go. Best of luck to you. Yeah. One thing I don't want you to do either, Tracy, is if you lose like 1 pound and not wanting to come and tell us that, like, that is okay. A lot of people go slow and steady. We have a lot of slow responders that pick up. We have a lot of people who just are like a turtle, like slow and steady the whole time. And so it varies. You have your fast people too, but your body is going to react how your body is going to react, and you're going to do what you can do. So I want you to, even if you think it's a small, bit of success, even if it's not scale related, it can be, inflammation's gone. It can be, you have your energy back. It could be, you walked up, 2 flights of stairs without stopping. Whatever it is, we want you to come back and celebrate it, because really those are the things that are going to keep you motivated. That scale is not going to always keep you motivated, because it may not always do what you think it's going to do. So I just love that. Brenda said 2.5 milligrams, okay, are considered, okay, she says the semaglutide, or is it semaglutide, tirzepatide are considered non-therapeutic, and cravings and no weight loss is not common. Therapeutic dose starts at 5 for both GLP-1s. And that's the thing in GLPs. A lot of people lose a lot that when they take that 2.5, and then some people don't at all. So either way, it just depends on your body. All right, so here's our smart GLP-1, the most intelligent chat in the whole land. We got Mail to the Beach. She said craving. That's a craving. So again, it was you just ate dinner 20 minutes ago, but suddenly you want to eat some cookies. All right. Now, how much of that is habit, do you think, too? Right? Because a lot of people are who's used to having a sweet treat after a meal? And it doesn't even have to be a sweet treat. It could be a savory something. Some people are used to like the dessert of it all. That was me. I was always, and I kind of raised my daughter up, and I'm trying to like wean her off of that, where you have to have a sweet treat. And guess what? I was raised like that. You have a dinner or lunch or whatever, and then you have a sweet treat. So yeah, it's a habit for me. I don't even know if it's necessarily, a craving. Good evening, Dee Divas, gents. Been testing out YouTube features, but here now. Hey, Calamity Jane, how are you? All right, Chi said it's a craving. Oh, look at you. A message from, is that Shanae? I love that name, Shanae. It always reminds me of Shay. My name is Shay. All right, very good. You are a beauty. How are you? Okay, let's see. We got try not to feel discouraged. Very good. Thank you for encouraging her. Craving. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay. Unless you didn't eat 20 minutes ago and eat enough. Okay, that's a great point, Kate. You didn't eat enough 20 minutes ago. Okay, all right. Tracy is saying thank you to everyone and purple bellflower. Uh, okay, very good. So you didn't eat enough for dinner. Okay, very good. That's true. That could be true. Craving. So what if you didn't eat enough? Let me ask you, Chi Chi and Kate. And so if you didn't eat enough, would you go back and eat more? Or would you have the craving, or would you just pass? What would you do? So anybody can answer that. So the statement was you just ate dinner 20 minutes ago, but suddenly you want cookies, right? So I'm saying, it's probably not the best choice to tap into that craving, give into that craving. But would you go back and eat something else? Or would you just say, forget it, I'm done? What would you guys do? Okay, you're saying that's a craving. Uh-huh. Mel is saying 2.5 was great for her. Okay, so Tracy said this week she noticed this week she was eating less food, but I make sure I get my protein first. Excellent, excellent. Let's give her some confetti. That's one of the GLP-1 commandments, right? And don't use my word out there. GLP-1 commandments. Eat that protein first. We got to eat that protein first. We got to eat that protein first. All right, all right. So here you have that. You are off to a great start. You remember that? You could just do that one thing. That's a great start for you. Okay, so Miss Brenda is telling you, Tracy, she only lost 3 pounds the first 6 weeks on 2.5. Okay, very good. And see, that goes to show you, because now she's close to 100 pounds down. So we love that. You say, yes, that was me. Me too. You too. Okay, clean my plate with something sweet. Yes, geez, Louise, those childhood habits stick with you. Mel is saying hello to our newbie here. I was just saying what the literature claims is that for weight loss, 2.5 is considered non-therapeutic. Yes, I've heard that. They call it the loading dose. My husband is on 2.5 and he's never hungry, and he's on it for diabetes. Wow. Geez, so we see that didn't work for me the same way like it is your husband, which again proves that we're all so different. You said, Cookie is saying I eat a protein bar to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, now I can't do that, Cookie, because remember, I just gave up those protein bars for lit. All right, she's saying thank you. Okay, you are so welcome. You felt nothing on 2.5. Jeez, Louise. Okay, see, this is proven we're all so different. I'm still hungry if I'm still hungry after 20 minutes, if I'm still hungry 20 minutes after I ate my meal, honestly, I probably would have a cookie. Okay. However, if it was a craving, I bet you'd have more than one. Yes, that brain gut relationship is so strange. Absolutely. Which is what this medication helps with, right? So I like how Bellflower always says, might have it, but I won't overindulge in it. And that's the difference, right? Which is something that for me, I know at least was hard for me to control, that urge to like overeat it, right? Like you can't just have one. Well, now on the GLP-1, I actually can just have one of something, which I love that. Not one chip though. I haven't tried to have just one chip. But I bet you I probably could just have the one chip on this GLP-1. I wouldn't go back, but if the craving is still that strong, satisfy the craving, just don't overdo it. Okay, so I call that the Bellflower strategy. I'm giving that a label. I think 12.5 MVP said it's great for getting rid of inflammation or water weight in the beginning. Excellent point, because that was what I noticed right away. I'm telling you, I have these stairs. It's like 5 or 6 stairs. I'm like, what is that? Okay, it's nothing. 5 or 6, it was my shadow. 5 or 6 stairs, and maybe it's 7, 6, 7, whatever, however many. It's not a lot, but I used to be labored walking up those stairs. I noticed right away after taking my injection at 2.5, baby, I was going up those stairs. It's like somebody was chasing me on a hot date. I mean, geez, Louise, I was skirting up those stairs. So I know that for me to be true, 110%, that inflammation. And I hadn't really lost a whole lot of weight or anything like that. It's just I noticed that water weight and going to the restroom and just draining it out. You know what I'm saying? I just love that. That was a great feeling. If I'm not feeling If I'm not feeling my lunch or dinner, I'll stop eating so I can save the calories for a cookie that I'll actually enjoy. Okay. All right. So you're doing some swapping out, some kind of like negotiating. I love that. Okay. Very good. I felt the 2.5 right away and I lost 30 pounds on it before I went up to 5. Wow. Jeez Louise. I love that for you. That is a lot of weight. 2.5 milligram was 2.5 milligram for me was like, is this thing working? Now I did lose on 2.5. But back then, I was under that newness of thinking you had to titrate up after the 4 weeks. Remember the titration schedule of it all when we first started, some of us before they changed things. Okay, yeah, I felt nothing on 2.5 and I lost nothing until the 4th shot. All right, okay, very good. See, look how different, Tracy, everybody's experience is. Lydia, how are you, Lydia Glover? Oh my goodness, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. I feel like you changed your profile pic. Am I right? Did you change your profile pic? Super cute, super cute. Brenda said, honestly, if I'm craving a cookie 20 minutes after I eat, I'm questioning what I ate and it didn't satisfy me. Usually a sugar spike for me. Okay, all right. Hey, Pammy Whammy, come on in, honey. It's okay. It's okay. Chi-Chi says it was helpful to my wallet since my insurance doesn't cover Zepbound. Oh, you're paying out of pocket. Yes. Oh, gosh. Yeah, you did a great job. Great start. Get a protein cookie. I don't really like them, but I really need a cookie. I just buy that. Yeah. And you know what? They're not that bad. The Quest protein cookies, they're not that bad. I think if I had to have something sweet, that would satisfy it. I haven't bought those in a long time. And guess what? I can if I wanted to because I gave it up for lit. Jeez Louise. How about that? Okay, so this is the second one. So that was a good question. The second statement is this a hunger cue or cravings? You haven't eaten in 6 hours and you would eat absolutely anything. Is that hunger or is that a craving? Wait, let me find my words. So you can write H or C. You haven't eaten in 6 hours and you can absolutely eat anything. You're just that hungry. How about that? Jeez, Louise. So wait, what are you guys saying? Hunger or craving? Okay, well, we got a lot of folks up in here. Okay, all right. So cookie. Because we're saying cookie. That's right. Oh, that is too funny. Just Live might set the record for the most times my name was mentioned. A cookie. People love a good cookie too. All right, so we got hunger. We got another hunger. We got hunger. Kate says hunger. Okay, Pam. Okay. 6 hours, no food, hunger. Yes. All right. Okay. All right. Bye, name twin. All right, very good. So you guys, all right, that is hunger. And some of the things that they said with hunger is this is one I just this reminds me of my daughter or anybody who's saying their kids won't eat this or that. They say hunger is you're willing to eat almost anything. Like you're to the point where you might not love it, but you're so ready to eat that you will eat it. And I say that to, parents who tell me that their kids won't eat this and their kids won't eat that. And sometimes my daughter says that. And I tell anybody when they get hungry enough, they will eat. Now, you always have exceptions to the rule because somebody's going to be in here like, my cousin Henry's son wouldn't eat for 15 days and all that. Yeah, but those are exceptions. I'm talking about most people are going to eat something. And my daughter has not proven me wrong yet. She didn't like this. She doesn't like that. I let her get hungry enough. I tell her this is the choice. You can choose to eat it or not. And she eats it. And then she'll say, oh, Mom, I really like that. I figured you would. Because that's all you have, So and she's hungry. So when she gets to that hunger point, she's going to eat whatever. And so will I, for the most part. All right, so I love that. Okay, what about this one? Okay, I'm scrolling down. Okay, have a good night, Nora. All right, so what about this one? That was. What about, you see somebody eating French fries and you suddenly want them too? Were you hungry or were you craving? This could be tricky. So you see somebody eating French fries and suddenly you want some fries too. Do fries, go with that shake. Do fries, go with that shake. Remember that song? It was a song. Okay, what do you guys think? And this happens to me a lot. I'll see somebody with fries here recently. And I say a lot because, we've been running errands on the weekend and I'll see somebody with some fries at a restaurant or somebody, ordering something and they order fries and here I'm ordering a salad and I'm like, dang, those fries look good. So, okay, what are you guys saying? The smartest audience in all of GLP-1 land? Okay, all right. All right, that's actually a great point, Dee Dee, and the perfect way to identify hunger versus cravings. If it's hunger, you don't care what you can eat. When you're craving, it's more specific. Absolutely. Yep, you're right. All right, people are saying, that ain't tricky. Okay. Craving, that's a visual and scent cute. Yes. So, and you guys are right. Unless you have, yeah, right. Unless you haven't eaten it, it could be hunger. You're right. So that's why I said this could be tricky depending on how you look at it. I think of more of an urge to eat something. When I crave something, it's something specific. Yes. And that is what separates the craving. You guys are right. The craving is more specific things. And usually it's junk food, right? But it doesn't have to be. But it's a more specific thing. Like, what if you are somebody who likes broccoli and cheese? You could be craving that. What if you are somebody who likes celery and peanut butter? You could be craving that. But it's something specific that you want. You're not starved for it, right? You're not, if you didn't eat it, you'll be fine. Versus being hungry, you have to feed that hunger because you're feeling the physical effects of it. Again, headaches. Sometimes people sweat, lack of energy. Stomach growling is a big one. Have you ever heard people, especially at work, I hear people's stomach growling. I'm like, get them some food already. And sometimes I know the stomach is not always growling for hunger too. It could be something else, but for the most part, that's what we connected to. You're craving fries right now, just talking about them. Jeez, Louise. Well, you're a maintenance lady. You could probably handle some fries. All right. What about this one? Okay. You're feeling shaky. Your energy is low and food sounds amazing. Not just good, but amazing. Are you hungry or is that a craving? What do you guys think? You feel shaky, your energy is low, and food sounds amazing. What is that? Is that hunger or is that a craving? Oh, Keisha says craving. Keisha, what a cute pic, honey. I'm still on that pic. I love it. Love the color. It kind of goes with can't go with my little nail polish here. All right. People are laughing at Cookie. Okay, hunger, visual craving, but you don't really want it. Yes. Hunger, low blood sugar. Ooh, possibly. Hunger and Kronger. Did I say Kronger? Oh, brother Paul. All right, what about this one? You're full, but you still have room for dessert. We kind of talked about this a little bit earlier. Is this hunger or is that a craving? You're full, but you got room for dessert. Is that hunger or is that a craving? All right, what is it? I think everybody got 100% so far. So you're full, but you still have room for dessert. That is definitely a craving. Unless somebody said, you have room for dessert because you didn't get enough at the first time in your first meal, whatever you just ate before. So that could be. All right, you guys are saying craving. You guys are so smart. If I'm full, yes. If you're full, it's definitely a craving. And Tracy, I think this is such a good conversation for you as the newbie on this medication to kind of watch out for that, because that's something I really didn't think about. And actually I thought, oh, I'm not going to have cravings on this. I'm not going to be hungry. I really thought that. You learn that's quick that that's not necessarily true, right? It depends on how you're eating, what you're eating. It's a lot that goes into it besides just taking that medicine. And if it doesn't start off that way, I think eventually over time, they all catches up. Let's see, you said habit, order, natural order of things. Okay, very good, very good. All right, so let's do one more. Okay, what about this? Let me see. Ooh, what about this one? This one's a little tricky. So you haven't been hungry all day, which some of you can relate to this. I know because I've heard you talk about it in the chat. So you have not been hungry all day, but at night you want to eat snacks. Is that hunger or is that a craving? And she said, shaky, I'm hungry. Yeah, uh-huh. So what about this one? You're not hungry all day, but at night you want to eat snacks. Is that hunger or is that a craving? You're not hungry all throughout the day, but at night you want to eat snacks. Darian. Oh, you are something else. Too funny. Darian, I love that profile pic of yours too. Okay, all right. So Mel says craving, hankering. Says Darian. Craving, says Tracy. Hunger, you eat food instead of snacking. Yes. Craving. Let's see. Either or both. Yeah. I would say too, I think it's a craving with our definition, Miss Brenda, but I also think that, you could be this in this case if you haven't eaten all day because you haven't been hungry all day. So you haven't felt like haven't you felt this too, Miss Brenda, on the medication? You haven't felt a desire, a need to eat, the shakiness and all that. None of that has caught up with you. I've been like that so many times on this GLP-1, where if I let myself, I could go all day without eating a thing and not feeling any effects of it in a negative way. So yeah, that's it. That's one. But I would say if we're following our definition, we're going to give that to cravings. I'm hangry. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Darian, how are you? All right, all right. So that is it. So, I just want to do a little recap. So we said if you, and Brenda, you were on this. If you are really hungry, remember your stomach is growling, your energy is low, you have trouble concentrating, you're irritable. What else? You're willing to, this is the key, you're willing to eat almost anything, which really matches that definition of hungry, right? Haven't you been to that point where it's like, I'm just going to eat this because I'm starved? So that is when you are hungry. And even on a GLP-1, it's okay to be hungry, even on a GLP-1. And I think people are thinking like, oh no, I'm taking a GLP-1. I shouldn't be hungry. Well, yes, you should. You still should be hungry. Now, when you're on a GLP-1, your hunger, you're going to feel hungry at meal times, which is good, right? You're not feeling hungry like all day long, right? You're just feeling hungry at those meal times. Hungry is going to feel natural. It's not going to be like an urgent thing, like, oh my gosh, all of a sudden I got to eat, which is a good thing. You're going to get full fast, which we know these GLP-1s can do. You're not thinking about food all the time. So you still want to eat, but you're not thinking about it all the time, which is the beauty of the GLP-1. And you can stop eating. This is key. You stop eating when you're satisfied. So even though you can be full on the GLP-1, all those, appetite suppression cues and not having the cravings as much, all those things are still going to kick in. But there are times when you want to eat. And I would argue to say, I'm not a doctor, hashtag, I'm not a doctor. But if I'm just thinking about this, if you can't eat at all, I would say you need to really look at your dose. Even if you're on 2.5, you got to talk to a doctor, because we have to remember food is just not eating food is not only gonna make us lose weight sometimes it has that opposite effect, but you're getting your nutrients from food. And so I argue, or dare should I say, where are you getting your nutrients from if it's not food? And we know supplements don't they don't they don't take the place of food. They just supplement, right? They're in addition to, not instead of. So I would say you got to make sure you're eating and you're getting some some food up in there. And then with our cravings, this is the difference with the cravings. The cravings, it's all around mile. I can relate to you with these cravings. You get a certain urge that you want to eat something. Sometimes it's boredom. A lot of times with me, it's stuff I'm seeing around this house. That's why I got to get rid of this stuff in my house. It comes and goes so quick, right? And I love that 5-minute rule. Like, think about, do I really want to eat this? Like, that has deterred me a couple of times. I will say that. It could be triggered by stress, which that triggered my initial eating the snacks and doing a lot of grazing. Still feeling hungry after you've eaten a full meal. And we talked about that, right? Like 20 minutes later, you want something else. That's a craving. And so you know that now we know it's a craving. That doesn't mean you have to give into it. And you guys had great strategies on what you could do, which is helpful to me. When people said, maybe just now, I'm not going to be able to do that. But if I could maybe eat some grapes or like a banana, or I have some pineapples down there, that might be something. I just would have a little bit of that and kind of satisfy that craving and keep it moving if it's still there after my 5-minute rule. Now, if it's gone after the 5-minute rule or I'm on to the next thing, I don't even need to worry about it. Another thing, remember too, is I really don't eat past 7:30. And I've been a couple times I've had to, here and there, I had to stray from that. I'm pretty consistent with that. I was thinking about increasing, not increasing, but even decreasing that and maybe saying not eating past 7. But my schedule on Tuesday, Thursday, I take my daughter to this homework help at the library, our local library here. And because I'm doing that, I'll get home late. Sometimes like tonight, I cooked a whole 2-3 meals. I did my meal prep for the next 4 days. So I can't guarantee that. But if the days I can eat earlier, I plan to. That's another part of my little strategy. So I'm giving up the protein bars. Goodbye. I'm giving up the snacks. The only snack I will indulge in is some popcorn, like some good old fashioned popcorn. Because I think that's, not the kind of buttery and all lathered and all that, just a plain skinny pop or something that's more natural. And I will, have that. But all the other sugary snacks and all just the snacking, that's gone. That is gone. 40 days, 40 days, 40 days. Now I am adding to that. I'm adding being more patient with my daughter. That's going to be my positive thing. So if you guys could tell me something, let's end on a positive note. If you're not giving up anything, what's something positive that you could do for somebody in your family, an act of service, an act of kindness? What is something you could do to help somebody else? And you don't have to do it every day. It could be just once in the 40 days. It could be something you're aware of, maybe, I don't know, you guys, the married people, is it something you could do for your spouse? I don't know, or skip that and just tell me something you're celebrating. Whatever you want to say. You have the mic for the next 5 minutes. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Anything you guys want to say, or something you're doing positive and not necessarily giving something up, something you're willing to do, or does anybody have anything they're celebrating? And I told you guys I'm celebrating Lent. I'm celebrating my 2-year Mounjaro anniversary. That's coming up here this week. I'll be dropping that video on Friday. When am I dropping it? I'm dropping it on Sunday. And then on Saturday, my Ayuga video is going to be popping out. I'm doing a pop-up like Kendrick Lamar. And then that next Sunday, we're going to celebrate my 2-year anniversary. We're going to go live. I just got to get a time because I have to see what, my inner circle group says. So we'll see. But anything you guys are celebrating, what are you guys doing? What are you celebrating something? Are you giving up something? What are you doing? There's 2 minutes have gone since I've asked that question. If no one has anything to say, we're just gonna go and have a good night here. Brenda says air popcorn with some salt and Mrs. Dash. I love that. Oh, okay, Miss. Okay, Pammy Whammy. One idea is to read parts of the Bible, maybe the Gospels or Psalms. Yes. You could do that. You know, they have this app called Read the Bible for a Day. I think that's cool. I said one of these days, when I retire, I'm gonna really be able to do that and carve out time. I'm not giving up anything for Lent. Instead, I'm committing to exercising consistently. I love that. Yes, 3 to 4 times a week. All right, very good. We're going to give you some confetti. Go, Cookie. Go, Cookie. Go, Cookie. I love it. Excellent. Okay, you're going to be like my daughter and say, I can't do it tomorrow. I'm like, you just started today, one day. Okay, so you said I'm celebrating life in Lent, even with the craziness of the world. I'm so blessed. I love that. Very good. Yes. Good job, Mel. Let's give her some confetti. All right. We love that for you, Mel to the B. Okay, let's see. Yes, she is so consistent. Yes, exercise consistently. Okay, very good. All right, we love that. And you're going to do that. I always see you over there exercising. All right. Yes. Okay. All right. Who else? Does anybody else have anything? Let's see. Pam says, I'm not giving up things this time, just making a positive improvement. Okay, very good. I love that. I love the positivity of it all. All right. So with that said, you guys have a great rest of your week. Tomorrow is Thursday already. Then it's Friday. This week has gone by. I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your week. And if you're not giving up something, add something. Do something positive. Add something. And hopefully somebody has you pinpointed out to do something nice for you as well. So with that said, good night. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Bye.